Oh, hey. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the OTAT 247 studio. I bet I know why you're here. You want to know, Dave, what is all this business about metadata that Silent Assassin keeps talking about? Well, I tell you what. Come with me, and I'll show you what it's all about. All right, the fire we breathe. Thank you for that number. I absolutely love it. All right, so I just happen to have your run-of-the-mill everyday MP3 file that's untitled sitting right here on my desktop. So let's check this guy out. Metadata. What does it look like? Well, if you're on a Windows machine like I am, you can right-click on the file, come down to Properties, and over on the top here you've got Details. And ladies and gentlemen, metadata is just a fancy word for details. That's all you got. So when you click on Details, this screen opens up and you've got title and subtitle and rating and all that stuff. So the only thing that really matters to an internet broadcaster is title, artist, and album. Those things are required by law for us to transmit every time we play a song. They have to be on there. And that is a result of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act, which was designed to protect artists and help get them paid. And it causes a little bit of extra footwork, but it's okay. So if we come down here to title, and we want to keep it simple here for demonstration purposes, let's just call it blah. You know, I'm a very simple songwriter. Come down to contributing artist, which is the field in Windows that you want to have populated. It corresponds to the artist field anytime we're broadcasting. So let's call that Cinco Dave, which is me. An album, it can be a little tricky here if it's a single or if it's a compilation album or whatever. Since this is a single, we want it to match the song title exactly, and we're going to type in single in parentheses. Now the single in parentheses part is optional. However, it does provide a lot of information. So we don't know if blah is if this might be the title track or what. So putting some single on there really makes things easier to keep up with. And of course, it's always nice to have the year. So you can plug that in. None of the rest of the stuff is really required. If you want to put the genre that it's on there, sometimes that's helpful whenever we're setting up rotations. That's really about it. So the other thing I want to tell you is that in Windows, this can be a little bit squirrely, especially if you do a lot of copying and pasting. It may not save when you hit apply. Sometimes it takes a couple of times to get it to go in there, which can be really, really aggravating, especially if you're doing multiple files. So I'm going to show you an alternate method. I'm going to cancel out of here. And as you can tell by the traffic cone here, this is VLC Media Player. It's a great program. It's freeware, and I believe it's available for Mac, Windows, what have you. So in this case, instead of right-clicking, we're just going to double-click here and open this file up. We'll hit pause down here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but just pausing it so we don't have to listen to the whole song. And up at the top up here, you've got a menu, and we're going to go to Tools. And then media information. So here's basically the same setup, except it's a hell of a lot more stable and works nearly every time. So by default, the title is the file name, which may or may not be correct, and oftentimes it's not. So in this case, we're going to come in here and we're going to name this song Blah. And now another note, it's very important to enter the metadata or the details exactly how you want it to be displayed. Some bands go by, just grammatically correct, capitalization. Some may want it to look like, BLA, or it might just want it lowercase. Some bands like it all lowercase. So keep that in mind when entering this because it can be important. Enter my artist information here. just like that. Of course, I want to put a space in there. There we go. Album. This is going to be a single once again. But if it's not a single, you just put in whatever cool album name you have right there and just leave it alone. And put in the date. Now, in this field, or in this example here, you have a comments section. Now, none of this will be displayed when we broadcast it, but it's important here if you're a ASCAP number or whatever tracker you may have, put that in there, and it'll help keep up with it for you. Not particularly important to the broadcaster, but I believe for the artist it's more important. And one more cool trick here to show you over here in the little traffic cone CD looking little thing here. You can add your cover art here by right-clicking and add cover art from file. It'll open up probably the last place that you were and just navigate to wherever you have your album art saved. In this case, I'm just going to put the OTAT sticker in there. Boom. So now your album art is saved. So we've got title, artist, and album, and the year, and this cool album art here that when it plays, it will display. So if you're on the Live 365 app or whatever, that'll show up. So just save metadata, close it out, and boom, now your song has the album art on there, and it has all the metadata up at the top here. So that's all there is to it. And boom, even now your icon, depending on how you have it displayed, has your picture on it. So that's cool, right? Easy peasy. So I hope this helped, guys. And, if you choose to use it, thank you. It'll make all the broadcasters happy. So until then, we'll see you on Wednesday, Thursday night, whatever. Feel free to tune in whenever you feel like it. But thanks for stopping by and checking this out. We'll see you next time.